Welcome back to the Half Baked Podcast. I'm Maddie, and we have another new face again today. This is Ingrid, and this is
Hi.
also sort of our first time talking one on one because we became friends over text through Cam. We were friends in law,
I know, wait, we've
and
never talked
yeah,
one-on-one
I know.
aside
I
from
mean,
TikTok conversations.
yeah, and like well,
That's
why did
hilarious.
I almost say Venmo? Like audio like voice messages, but never
Yeah.
like fully one on one. But yeah, Ingrid is also really into the Hunger Games, and I also talked about the Hunger Games literally 2 episodes ago. So beautiful.
Slay.
So we just thought we would have a conversation about the Hunger Games, the books and the movies, but probably mostly the new book because there's a lot of things to be said, I feel, and also because I'm really, really scared that they're gonna mess up the movie.
No, same.
Like,
Because
I'm very
I
concerned.
keep seeing like, oh hi Kiwi. It's my dog. I keep seeing like spoilers of them like filming,
Yeah.
and I hated the costumes.
I don't know if that, I'm like, do
I'm
you
like,
think
that can't be what it
like
is
I feel
in
like
the
maybe
arena.
maybe they're just wearing it over something. Like I don't know. I don't know that that can be real.
Because like their whole
But
thing was
I
like,
wish
oh, ours is black, so they're not
everyone
gonna be
has to
able to
be
see us.
yeah, everyone needs
And
to be in
then
the different
it's such a
colors.
bright, he mentions that it's such a bright, colorful arena and that the black actually stands out. And then I saw
Mhm.
like a filming thing and they were all like in these white capes with just like the color trim of their district. I was like, that's
Yeah.
literally not what it's like
Yeah.
in the book.
I'm
And it's
being
ugly.
delusional and thinking that it's like they're wearing it during rehearsals like it's like a robe, like an overcoat that they're not wearing for filming. It's like to cover up their real costume.
Yeah,
That's my
hopefully.
yeah.
I was like, it
Cuz
can't look that shitty.
no, I
I
mean,
expect better.
yeah, I'm trying not to to see too many of the spoilers because it's like
Same.
I don't want to go in feeling like this, you know what I mean? Like bracing myself like is it going to be those
I hate
costumes?
spoilers too. I don't know why people can't just be patient.
I just like I don't want far away picture. I don't want pictures like of the set. Like it's just first of all, it's going to look so different.
Yeah, it's everything's gonna look different in the
So
movie,
it's
so
just it's not exciting. Like I prefer although honestly I almost even feel like the Hunger Games official account has been putting a little too much. Like when they did that
yeah,
video of the like arena, I was like but at least that was official. I can take that, you know.
yeah. I was obsessed with their casting announcements.
I was too. Those were amazing.
And we
First of
just kept
all,
sending each other.
yes, yes, it would be like it would a lot of times it would be like at the same time, like right above
Oh,
and below
literally,
each
we'd
other.
send it. Yeah, I know, it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Casting pretty good though. I'm pretty happy with the
Yeah,
casting so far. I
I
think
am
that
happy with the casting.
the Luella and Lulu is like really good.
Spot on.
Yeah, yeah, like
And
pretty
I've seen like
crazy.
pictures of them like next to Katniss. I'm like,
Yes, it's crazy. It's really insane. Like
my girl, J Law.
I know, I know. I just saw her new movie a couple days ago. It was
What
crazy.
movie? I didn't know
It's
she had
called
a new movie.
Die
I
My
love
Love.
her. Mhm.
Yeah, it was really well. Okay, it's Die My Love. It also has Robert Pattinson, which is, you know,
Okay.
fun because two
Cedric
YA
Diggory.
icons. Yeah. Oh my God, true.
I have
I
never seen Twilight.
oh my fucking
I'm sorry.
God. That'll be an ep. Well, I think that he was more hot in Harry Potter, but one of my other
Yes.
friends said that was crazy. Like I just never really thought I thought Edward was hot conceptually, like the idea and the book, but him as Edward I didn't really think was that hot. I guess to start, what's your Hunger Games origin story? When did you come into it? As they were coming out or like
Um, yeah, I read them in middle school, and my earliest memory of reading The Hunger Games was, did you ever have to in like school read to like out loud a chapter in a book to your parent?
oh, to my parent, no. I don't think so.
Yeah, I
You
don't
had
know. That
to
was like a whole that was a homework
a
assignment I
whole
had.
chapter is kind of crazy.
I know, aloud. So
Like,
you had to do like the current book you were reading, right? And I was currently reading the first Hunger Games book, and the chapter I was reading, I think was the chapter where Thresh kills Clove.
Oh my God, you're like,
And my mom was like, "What the fuck is
what?
happening?"
Yeah, not a great
And I
place
was like, "It's
to drop in,
yeah."
really.
But like I hadn't read it before, so I didn't know all that was going to happen in that
Yeah,
chapter. So I
of
was like,
course.
"Well,
Yeah.
it's a great book."
Yeah. The first what, the second one
Stand
is
ever
also so good
since.
though.
Yeah, second one's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, Catching Fire is
Shocker,
so
that's
good.
everyone's
Catching
favorite.
Fire is so good. But the
So
first one
good.
has its thing. Like, I guess the last one is
It's a
probably
great
the weakest, but
opener
it needs it,
to the. You
Yeah.
need a slow opener to know the characters and
Yeah. Well, and
kind of
we
like
spend
it's
so
a
much
good
time
world
in the
building.
arena. Yeah, exactly. I remember that I got all three, so all of the books had already come out clearly. So I got all three of
Yeah.
them for Christmas one year. And I used to go to St. Thomas every year with my dad's family, and I had the books in my little small rolling carry-on, and they took up like most of it because it was three hardback books,
Yep.
hardcover, I guess, books, and
Hardback cover.
yeah, tore them up. I have their first editions, which
Yeah, mine are too.
probably doesn't mean really that much, but they're still at my mom's house because they're in delicate condition, really, and
Mm,
I don't want them to be moving around a lot. So,
yeah.
but yeah, and every movie I was so hyped to see it in the theaters. And my stepdad like really liked the movies, so he would always like be really excited to get tickets, like not like the midnight premiere, but we would usually see it
Yeah.
like the first show like on a Friday after I got out of school. Like he would get me and we would go, well, we would all go at like I don't know, maybe like a 6 o'clock show, like the earliest that it was feasible for us to
Yeah.
see. And I would always have to like explain the last movie to him in the car. And then on the car ride home, of course, because when you read the book, you have to be like a dick and be like, well, just so you know, in the book, this
Hey,
was
how?
different. But the Hunger Games, I think that they're pretty much the best page to screen adaptation that
Yeah,
I've
they're pretty
ever
good. They're pretty
experienced.
truthful. And like
Way more than Harry Potter.
me personally, like I don't care when movies change because it's a movie and you only have so
Hmm.
much time in a movie. And so
It just
obviously you
depends on
can't
the
fit
change.
everything. I
Yeah.
just hate when people complain about Harry Potter because I'm like, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
I love the
Well,
books, I love the movies.
yeah. The only thing that I really hate about the movies, but I also love the movies. It's about to be. I'm actually actively listening. I started on book one. No, I started on book two for some reason. The audiobooks of the Harry Potter audiobooks. I'm now on book five.
Bunny and I are finishing our marathon of the movies. We have the
Nice.
last movie left,
They're
part two.
Christmas for me. I like to watch them around Christmas.
I like to
But
watch them in between Halloween and Christmas.
that too. That's true. The first one is just so Christmas vibes. I
It
don't
is
know how to
Christmas
explain it. The
vibes.
first one really is. The main thing that I don't like that I wish that they would have changed is that I do think that it's clear that they started to favor Hermione as a character and they took away like all of Ron's good traits and
Yeah, they
gave them to
did. They
Hermione.
made him a loser.
They really butchered him.
They
Like
really
when
did.
he leaves in the last movie, there's not really any impact in my opinion because it's like, yeah, he's been a shit for 6 movies straight. Like shocker. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, yeah.
he's not brave. He's always complaining. He's never being constructive. He's never helping. Like all of and like
Yeah.
it was also
He's
even more
like there for
stupid.
comedic relief almost. A
Exactly,
lot of
only.
times,
And a lot
too.
of times comedic
Yeah.
relief making fun of him when in the book he was funny
Yeah.
and also like not a total idiot. Like one of the things that they changed that pisses me off because it makes even less sense is when Draco calls Hermione a mudblood for the first time. This is just fresh on the mind because I just have been reading them.
Yeah.
And in the book, obviously, Hermione's like, I don't even know what that means. And Ron obviously explains it because he grew up a wizard. But then
Oh,
in
in
the
the movie,
movie,
Hermione
Hermione
knows
says
what
it.
it
It's like, how
is.
would you know? Where did you read this slur? Like you're reading
Okay,
textbooks. How did
but
you learn the slur?
she does read everything.
She does read everything, but she's been
So
in school
yeah,
for like
why
6 weeks. No,
how
wait,
would she know
that's the
that?
second book. That's the second book. My bad.
Yeah,
But
she has
still,
been there for a year.
still,
But no, yeah, they did kind of butcher Ron.
because he
And
was like,
also, I wish they kept more of Harry's sass. That's why I
yes,
love movies 3 and 6 have the sassy
Yeah.
Harry, and I love it. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, well, and also, I mean, obvious one, I think for everyone, maybe not if you have a different ship, but I was obsessed with Ginny, with book Ginny, and then
Well, yeah, book
they
Jenny
wrecked
is great.
her in the
Movie
movie.
Jenny sucks.
They give her nothing. They have
I have
no
a hot take.
scenes. What's your take? Are you a
I
what is the ship for Hermione and Harry?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I think they're such cute platonic friends.
I
No,
agree.
I love Harry with Cho.
Oh, you're Cho Chang. That's crazy. I used to be obsessed
I
with her
love
because I
no,
thought that she
they're
was
so
so
cute.
pretty
I
in the
love
movie.
them.
I was so obsessed with her.
Oh, she's so pretty and she's so
Yeah.
sweet. And then I don't remember how it works in the books, but at least in the movies, like she didn't rat them out. She literally had like the truth serum used on
Yeah.
her, and then they just like all
Yeah.
of a sudden like start hating her even after they
Yeah.
know that. I'm like, come on, justice for my girl Cho.
Yeah.
Cedric
It's
dies,
yeah, well
and
that's what I
then
was gonna
Harry
say is that
abandons her.
she's a lot more complex in the books too. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's been a
he
hot
shouldn't have
second since
ditched
I read the
her,
books.
but I haven't gotten to that part yet, obviously, because I
Yeah,
just well, not obviously, but I just now started the fifth book. Like I'm like maybe a couple chapters in, so none of that has happened yet because the Goblet of Fire just happened. But like a huge part of their relationship, at least from my perspective, but I'm not coming for your ship, is that it really revolves around Cedric and that being kind of like
yeah,
common ground, and that does suck.
yeah.
Could they probably could have over like if we're talking like real life and everything, they probably could have eventually
I think
overcome
they could
that,
have gotten
you
past it because
know?
I think there was
Because it's also okay to share
before,
stuff like that, you know?
yeah, because before Cedric invited her to the dance, there was already some like
They had vibes, yeah.
little sparks here and there with
Mm-hmm.
them
Yeah,
before Cedric, so I feel like they could have
yeah.
gotten past it.
And I mean,
But
it
I
is
do know
powerful.
Jenny, book Jenny is way better than movie Jenny.
Yeah,
The
and
movie
completely
Jenny
different.
has like there's no chemistry.
No,
She has no charisma at all.
no.
She's so bland, so boring. No
Yeah.
hate to the
No,
actress,
I don't think
but
it's, well, I don't think that she's a great actress, but I don't think that it was her fault. I mean, they gave her no
it's
scenes.
not.
They gave her
Yeah.
no lines.
They
She did
gave
it,
her
she
nothing to work with, so
no, and in the
what are you gonna
books
do?
like yeah, in the books we hear about Ginny and hear from Ginny I like pretty consistently. Not she's not like a main character by any stretch of the imagination, but
Well, she's a
like
pretty popular
she's
girl too in the
around.
book, right?
Yeah, she's around. Like
Yeah.
she kind of like becomes popular. But even like, obviously she's in the second book and then in the third book, like in the third and fourth, she's still like a character that interacts with Harry and other people. And so it actually builds sort of and it makes sense. And she's loves Quidditch and she's really sassy and crazy because she has 100,000 brothers and
Yeah.
like and then in the movie the only time that she's ever slay at all is when she screams during like that one time during a Quidditch practice and then never does it ever again.
But giving them the benefit of the doubt, it is a movie, and that's not really like stuff to focus on.
Well,
With like the limited,
there's no excuse for the shoelace scene.
yeah.
It's so bad. Or the weird kiss in the Room of Requirement where she looks like she's on a
Don't
skateboard or something. Like she's like,
no,
shh.
I hate that scene.
It's devastating. It was devastating as a Jenny lover. I was Jenny for Halloween. I dyed my hair. I did the full. It
I've
didn't
been
look that
Hermione.
good because yeah.
Crazy. People keep telling me I look like Emma Watson, and I'm like
You're like,
out in
thank
the wild.
you.
I'm like, okay, slay. I
I'll
love
take
my
it.
girl Emma
Yeah, I
Watson.
know. She's so great. Well, I mean, I put in my notes brief recap of the original series, but I mean, realistically, if you clicked on this video and you don't know the plot of the Hunger Games, like this isn't really going to be a
Literally,
helpful episode
this
for
is
you.
not the episode
No,
for you. And
no,
if you
it's
hate
not.
planes, the next episode is not for you either.
You're like, and also plane people that are scared of plane crashes do not interact.
Do
Um,
not interact with my next episode.
yeah, yeah, true, true. So for me, I also wanted to bring up that the first prequel that I wasn't a big fan of at all when I first read it. Now it's grown on me and I accept it because I really didn't like it at first. But I wanted to know if you agree that well, obviously it's less nostalgic because it doesn't have really characters that we know for the most part, other than like Snow, Tigress, like not like characters that we're close to, you know? But it at the same time, I feel like people liked it more a little bit because of that, because they all thought that the new one is like fan service, which I don't think. And also, I lost my train of thought. How it had so much more context on everything at the
Right.
same time.
I don't think it's fan service. I think she was planning on writing the book already. And it makes sense that all of those tie-ins in the new book are there because he's from District 12.
Yeah,
And
exactly. I
he's
have
the
a
same age as their parents. And
yeah,
it's such a small community anyway.
yeah,
So
and
I'm
he's
like,
from
well,
the
of
scene
course.
because it's District 12
Yeah.
small
So I'm
and then
like,
the scene small.
of
Yeah,
course he's going to know all the people we already know. So
yeah.
like
I
I
have a
didn't
whole.
find that weird.
I don't
I
either.
did love Ballad. I watched the movie before I read the book, but I watched the
Crazy.
movie. I know. I had bought the book, and I just never got around to
It
reading
was
it. And then the movie
extremely
came
hard to
out.
get into, also. Like,
Not
so hard to get into.
not for me.
Well, from
I,
it, but you saw the movie, so you knew that it was gonna have excite. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
You can't
I read
possibly
books
know.
that are I read books that are written like that all the time. Like
Yeah,
it's
I was also
first
kind of like not
third
as.
person.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. My brain only likes first person. Um,
All right, it's in third person. I read books like that all the time.
yeah.
It is like weird to like switch, but you
I
get used
mean,
to
it
it.
makes. Yeah. Go ahead.
His inner monologue.
It's just
It's just
scary.
I wish they had a way to incorporate his inner monologue in the movies because there is so much you miss
Exactly.
context-wise in the movies because he's like a fucking freak.
I fully agree. And I think that it makes forming an opinion on Lucy Gray a lot harder
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
in the book it's so clear that like he's crazy and she is, but he in the movie I feel like they do find a way to portray her even in the beginning as manipulative kind of also,
Yeah.
whereas the whole time really it was mostly him. And I
Yeah.
also did not like, I mean this is kind of skipping ahead in the movie. I hated that they changed almost all of the deaths in the arena, it feels like.
That
Like, why did they do
was
that?
really weird
And that's what I mean by,
because
like,
I
that's
was
not a
reading
time
the
thing.
book. Because, like I said, I
Yeah.
watched the movie first, and then I was reading the book, and I was like, "What's going on here?"
I feel like
The
one
snakes happened, and then there was still
game.
game. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
everyone was supposed to be dead already.
I
So that
know.
was weird.
Yeah. There's, like, multiple reasons that I think that it was a really bizarre choice that I don't understand at all. And the first one is that the first kill of in the book canon is a mercy kill. It's,
Yeah.
I can't remember, but
Which one is it?
the lumberjack girl killing
Right. Yeah.
Latima Lamina. It's Lamina. I'm remembering because I watched this video where a woman said that it's probably because of laminate floors because she's from the wood district, and I was like, it probably fucking
Oh.
is. I never realized because I think
Yeah.
I was reading it as Lamina, and I think it might have been Lamina in the movie. Anyway,
I
that
think
part
I
doesn't
read it
matter.
as Lamina too.
Yeah, but that's, there was no bloodbath. They just all ran and hid. And I think that
Yeah.
that's really important because Professor Gall is all like,
We
"Oh,
want blood. We
well,"
want crazy.
and she's like, "That's human nature." And it's like, actually it's not human nature to just kill each other. You're forcing them to.
Yeah.
They didn't when they anyway. And the very end where Lucy Gray kind of like outsmarts Reaper and gets him to like run around and then have puts the poison in the
Oh,
puddle and stuff. I thought that was
yeah.
important to like
That
show
was important.
because in the movie it's kind of like the only reason she won is because of Coriolanus. Like the
Yeah,
only reason.
they don't show how smart she is herself
Exactly.
in the movie.
Yeah, it takes away
They
a
kind
lot
of
from her character.
yeah. But I still love it.
It's still good. It's still definitely good. I saw it in the theater and I was too close to the screen, and so I didn't have a great time my first view.
I hate being too close to the
Yeah.
screen. You
It
can't see any.
was
this is a different movie again, but it's brought up a memory. I watched High School Musical 3 in theaters, opening night,
Oh my God.
front and center.
Oh my God.
The first scene is just sweaty Troy Bolton.
You're like,
You're just like,
I watched it in theaters too. I don't think it was opening, but so
yeah,
good.
hilarious.
They gotta make more
Anyway,
movies like that.
right.
Um, yeah, I don't know. So because also the other prequel, they didn't really do that great of a job with adapting. It's still really good. Like I said, still really good, but like I think that it could have been a lot stronger, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm worried about this one a lot. I'm really, really worried about it.
Ballad is the longest book, right? Because that one's
Yeah, it
chunky.
is so long. It
So
is
it
so
might
long.
be better since there's not
Yeah,
as
it'll be
much to work
shorter.
with.
I mean, obviously the elephant in the room is that in the movies Madge does not exist. So that's a pretty big issue.
Who does not exist?
Madge, because Madge gives her
Oh,
the
yeah.
Mockingjay pin, and it was her aunt's who was Marilee,
Well,
Mar
would they not just
Maisley.
pass off the that old lady being
I
that
think
character?
my prediction right now is, well, because it's her twin. My prediction
Right.
is that they are going to add, or something, maybe an idea that they could do IDK if it's a prediction, because I'm not sure what they're going to do at all. But that because obviously she loses her twin, she goes and like we see her selling a bunch of, or like throwing out a bunch of Maisley's stuff or something like that. And so then
Mm,
it eventually ends up in the Hob, like, you know, whatever.
yeah.
Because that does kind of stink that they didn't include that, which I get why, because especially, I mean, Madge does matter because she is in the books a little bit more, but at the end of the day, her family gets firebombed in Catching Fire and we never see them again. So I understand why you would omit her from the
That,
movie,
yeah.
but it does suck because it affects this a lot. But, well, not like a
Yeah.
lot, but still. Um, the longest section, of course, is all the
I know.
new
I have
lore
it. I
unlocked.
have it pulled up too.
Yeah, something that I immediately kind of like caught on to and was interested by was how even though Haymitch did get Tesserae, and he wasn't doing like great, his family was like so rich compared to Katniss. Like I
Oh
was
my
like
God, I
shook. I was like
know.
shook when I first started. I'm like, you're
I
gonna have a
feel like
cake?
everyone,
App a stacked cake? Yeah. And I
I feel
thought that
like
was interesting
everyone
because it
was
definitely got more
richer.
impoverished. Yeah.
His, and it's probably got more impoverished because Snow just fucking hates District
Mhm.
12.
Well,
So it
and it
probably just
just
like was a steady decline
yeah,
of how like their poverty and everything.
exactly.
But I found that interesting.
Yeah. I mean, and it all goes into also the Hunger Games because, I mean, eh, I I guess I don't know this for fact. It's not canon, but when I am using my little noggin, if you're a district that wins the games a lot, then I don't think this is in the movie, but for like every single day for a month, every single month for a year, they send like
Hmm.
giant boxes of like food and like
For like
candy and like
everyone,
yeah, for everyone in
right?
your whole
Yeah.
district, I guess, or town or whatever. And
Your whole
so,
district has a party because you
yeah,
won, pretty
yeah,
much for a year.
for a whole year and
Until the
everyone's
next
eating.
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So naturally, since District 12 never had a victor after Haymitch, it got, I mean, not that this is the only reason, but a reason they never
It
got
definitely
anything
plays into
extra.
it.
Yeah. Whereas you
Yeah.
think, like, I mean, the people in the career districts, I guess, didn't even really need it. But still, it's just another way that they're advantaged because they keep winning, and so they keep getting more things, and so then they're better cared for, and et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera.
But he is, but the it's only 24 years in between his games and Katniss's games, but
Yeah, it feels very different.
it's like 40 years in between Lucy Gray and
Yeah,
Haymitch. So, I mean, they're just never eating
yeah.
in District 12.
No, no, no. I mean, yeah, yeah. it was jarring though. He's like, Ma's gonna go kill a hen and we're gonna have chicken. I'm like, chicken? I don't think Katniss has
Delicious.
ever had chicken before. While yeah. I also thought that the tone difference was so great. I think a lot of people did not like it, or so I saw on TikTok, but I think it's really awesome how Haymitch was like so different from Katniss. Like,
Yes.
first of all, Yapper. He knew everyone's name. He's like Katniss is like my mother. You're not getting any other info. He's like my best friend's girlfriend, Astrid March. She has the longest blonde braid. Her parents work in the apothecary. I
I
was
know.
going and
I love
selling her the
him.
white liquor that I got at this. Like,
He
he's
is
telling
so
us
sassy.
everything. He's
I
telling us
love it.
everything. And I
He
also think
definitely
it's
has charisma.
yes. And he was so it was also just like heartbreaking to see him like that he was normal. Like I wrote he had times for silly boy things. Like he's talking about like playing knife games and like think when he goes into the woods with Burdock and Lenore Dove and all of that. It's like I don't know. Katniss
Hey,
never did
Mitch.
anything fun.
No, hey, Mitch is literally like, I'm just gonna like hang out and be a boy, and Katniss is over here like, I need to provide for my family or they're going
Katniss
to
is
die.
yeah. Well, and Katniss thinks everyone hates her too,
Yeah.
remember? Which is the funny. That's my favorite. I can't talk about it too long because I
No,
just
that's
talked
me
about it in the
too.
other
I think
episode.
everyone hates me.
Well, in the book when she's talking about Madge, who doesn't exist in the movies, she's like, "Yeah, we're just kind of quiet and keep to ourselves, so we tend to be like we always like pick each other in sports and like sit at the same table at lunch and blah 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 blah." And then like Madge comes to say bye to her at the game and she's like, "Maybe Madge was my friend." It's like, "Yeah, she was your friend."
I
Or she
wonder.
thought everyone in the whole district hated her. Meanwhile, they were like they're all like, "Wow, Katniss is so impressive. Like this she's crazy. Everyone has so much respect for her." And she's like, "They all
No,
hated me."
because that's literally how I feel. In high school, I thought everyone hated me. And then I went to a graduation party. And I was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Ingrid." And she's like, "Oh, I know who you are." I was like, "Oh,
I guess
slay."
you never really know how people be perceiving you, but
No, literally.
it's being in Katniss's head and being in Haymitch's head could not be much more
Be
different.
more, yeah, they're so
And
different.
it's so, and I thought it like, I think that it's kind of interesting because he's, compared to Katniss so much in the original books, but I kind of feel like as when he's young, when we're in his head right here, I feel like he's kind of Peeta. I think he's so lover boy, and he's
Oh,
like with Lenore
yeah.
Dove, he's so like cute. Like there was I just had the line on the audiobook come up when he says something like he was basically like imagining him and Lenore Dove growing up, like her raising her geese and me doing whatever, and just like he was like saying it like I don't know, I'm quoting it badly, I'm not doing it justice, but he's just talking about like growing old with her and having kids and she'll do her thing and he'll just do whatever as long as he's there with her, and it's just like
So sweet. So cute.
it's so sad. He's so just like pure and
I
nice
know
and
the amount of tragedy that that poor boy went through. No wonder
literally
he's an alcoholic.
literally I mean working at a still. He's not a big drinker himself. Crazy. I remember when before this one came out, when we just had ballads, everyone was like, Katniss is not Covey. We don't know that. Like, stop trying to connect everything. Not everything has to be connected. But then
But
now we
she
obviously
is.
have confirmation that she is, and I'm like, and that's fine. And I actually think it's really interesting because I mean, she as far as we know, and we were in Katniss's head, she did not know anything about the Cubby, and neither did anyone else. Nobody talked about the Cubby at all. And so I think it's really interesting that we got to see like the beginning, well, not the beginning, but we got to start with Lucy Gray and see the culture slowly be like stripped away from them.
Hmm.
To the point that basically they don't even exist. Katniss doesn't even know about this whole side of her, even though she like. I thought it was so interesting that she music and all of their songs and everything is so important to the Covey. And then meanwhile, let's see, when Katniss is talking to Rue, she says, "I rank music somewhere between hair ribbons and rainbows in terms of usefulness. At least rainbows give you a heads up on the weather." And it's like that's
Yeah.
so sad, you know? I mean, I know that also like in the canon it was like her dad died and he sang a lot and so she didn't want to be singing because, her
Yeah.
dad
So
was
it
dead
reminds
and
him of her dad. It
yeah.
reminds her of her dad.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Katniss was
But
basically
that's what
having to be the
happens
dad.
like in real life too with like these like smaller minority groups that just
Mm-hmm.
keep getting like smaller and smaller
Slowly
and then
stamped
like you
out.
don't
Yeah.
even like know that that's like a part of like who you and your ancestors are and it's like really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Um, and then yeah, I put parentheses. Her dad's related to Covey somehow on his mom's side. I'm thinking Barb Azure, perhaps? Question mark.
Yeah,
'Cause
probably. I think
maybe.
so.
And then I
I could
also
see that.
just yeah, I also just wrote well, because we're like pretty sure that Maud Ivory was most likely Lenore Dove's
Yeah.
mom, and we know that he wasn't directly related to Lenore Dove, from what the book said. It was through whatever it doesn't the specifics don't matter, but um something that I wrote that I thought about was that was whatever that so he knew all of these songs, her dad, because he was Covey, and he sang the funeral song that Lucy Gray sang. He sang it at the funerals when Haymitch comes back. But then I was thinking about how Katniss doesn't know that song, and so when he died, I don't think anyone got to sing it. But then I
Shut
said,
up. That's
assuming
so
that Clerk
depressing.
Carmine didn't, because it wasn't mentioned that the song was ever
Right, 'cause
sang.
he's still
But
alive.
Clerk Carmine could have technically sang it perhaps.
Yeah.
But because I said Katniss had never mentioned it, but then again, Katniss leaves out a lot. So,
Cadmus is not a reliable narrator.
no, she's extremely unreliable. I know that I think she probably like Suzanne Collins probably shouldn't because like it's not she can do something that's way more interesting and way better, but man, having an official PETA POV would be really sick. Because PETA would tell us all of this shit that Katniss he's basically he like she's like always
Just
thinking
don't.
that PETA
She can
literally
do
hates
that,
her.
but they can't make a movie about it because
Yeah,
Josh
please.
Hutcherson only.
Real, real. I watched that interview that he did, but it didn't have very much information about the Hunger
Uh,
Games. He talked about
I that
how
makes sense, I guess.
his hair changed in like every single movie because they could not get it right, and eventually it was just pretty much brown, which is like
Oh,
whatever. Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I don't care about really stuff like hair color and all of that. I don't really like I don't
Yeah,
really
I don't
understand the
care.
point of getting upset about that.
Like
Like that's the
with
least
the
of my
whole eye
worries.
color thing in Harry Potter, how he's supposed to have blue eyes like his mother, but he tried wearing blue
Yeah.
contacts and like he
Or
was like allergic to them or something.
yeah, I think, or
So
he
I'm like,
has
I'm
blue
not gonna care
eyes,
about
but
that.
Harry has green eyes. Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
The only
the
thing
actor's
that's,
eyes don't
yeah,
match. And I'm like,
yeah,
it's really not a big deal. Well, 'cause like they're always like, you have your mother's eyes. I'm like,
yeah,
just pretend.
yeah. I mean,
We all just
since we only
pretend.
see his mom for like 3 minutes total in the whole movie, they could probably CGI in her eyes to be the same color as Daniel Radcliffe's. But also to play devil's advocate, when somebody says you have your mom's eyes, they could also be talking about like the
Like the
shape,
shape or
like
just like the
like it's not
overall
always the color.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, granted, of
give
course, he
me.
didn't look like her either, but that's not the that doesn't matter.
That's
And
not the
now we're
point.
talking about Harry Potter again.
Well, because Harry Potter is amazing, but
Yeah, it is. It is. Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, this is kind
I'm
of what I was just
Slytherin, by
saying.
the way.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
Every test I take, it's always Slytherin. I'm like, well,
I when I would take it when I was younger, I would always purposely try to get Gryffindor, like I wouldn't be real and honest. And then I did
oh
it
yeah.
for Hogwarts Legacy, and I got Hufflepuff. So, and I used to pretty consistently get Hufflepuff uh,
I
when I.
did I did like the official one,
Hmm.
like on that website, and it was
Yeah,
Slytherin, and then I forgot my account login, so then I like made a new one. I was like, there's no way I'm Slytherin, and I did it again. I was like
I'm
Slytherin again. I was like,
Slytherin.
slay,
Slytherin is slay. It's not our fault that they painted as evil. It's not. It's just another house.
right?
It sucks.
Also,
Sucks.
I think map-wise, I currently live in District 13, if anyone
Wow.
was interested.
I don't remember. It's complicated because some of the maps I'm like that cannot be
Right.
true.
Yeah, I'm like on like the outskirts, I guess. I'm not even like in Pan Am.
I would love to know what's going on in the rest of the world.
Technically, I guess I grew up in District 3. I don't know, they're all different.
Mm, I think
Like,
I would be kind of near 12, I think, but I might be on 11 because I mean, I grew up close to Appalachia in Tennessee. Let's see.
mm,
I'm also technically probably not in the barrier in any of these because it's the coast
yeah.
is gone. 8 and 12 on this one that I'm looking at overlap.
And now I'm
Yeah.
looking at a different one where it says I would have grown up in District 8. Why are they all so different? That's really annoying.
I'm pretty sure that the only canon map that we have is the one from Ballads when Lucky Flickerman
Yeah.
shows it. But it's hard because it's not overlaid. I recall in the last book, Plutarch says that District 12 managed to like keep some of their when Annie and Finnick get married and they're all dancing around and having a good old
Right.
time. He's like District 12 has been able to hold on to themselves better than a lot of the other districts. I think that that's interesting because we kind of did see them slowly lose so much of it and they still kept some, but like the Three Finger Salute
Mm-hmm.
and the I mean, well, all of the Covey songs, the dancing, it's interesting. We did get to see it go away.
I
I
know,
don't.
so
It seemed like
sad.
they didn't even have shows in District 12 anymore ever. Like
Oh, definitely not.
nothing.
Were they having any when Haymitch was a kid, even?
Um, he
Maybe a little
mentions that
bit.
she plays at birthday parties and stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah, but it's definitely
Definitely
dwindling.
not
And
like
then,
Lucy Gray. Definitely not like it was back then.
yeah. And then Katniss just has depression.
Literally, severely. It's interesting that the Mockingjay pin was Madge's aunt's, who was one of Astrid's good friends, and
Hmm.
then Katniss ended up with it, and Lenore Dove would have been pretty stoked about that because it was made by Tam Amber Covey, and Katniss is Covey, more Covey
Even
than
Lucy
Madge.
Gray would be stoked about that.
Yeah, and
Like
I
it goes
also
back so far.
yeah. Well, and that's actually what I was about to say is that I don't actually think she would ever make a book about this, but it's just something to think about. That they say when okay, sorry, let me back up. In the book, and I just listened to this part today. You know, he made a hummingbird and a mockingjay one, and he had made it for their grandmother 30 years before. So, who was she? What's her story with the pins? I don't know.
Right?
Probably not anything that crazy, but it is just interesting to think that he originally made them for her grandmother. Like, I don't know, was her grandmother like a on the down low rebel or something? Who knows?
I mean, maybe like
You know?
everyone in the ballad time was like a rebel. It was crazy.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
were
it
like rebelling left and right.
literally, they were, and even in Haymitch's time, that was definitely one of the really shocking parts of the book for me because by the time Katniss was in the Hunger Games, she was also extremely non observant, to be fair.
Yeah.
But the rebellion came out of like nowhere. Like basically, like it was like all of a sudden people are like all together and grouping and they're like trying to overthrow the Capitol. But then we see that they were trying to blow up the arena and sabotage it like they did in Catching Fire in the second quarter quell.
Hmm.
Like, kind of crazy.
You just like it just needed the right people, the right place, the right time
Yep.
for everything to work.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
I wanted to mention on the topic of mockingjays. I my favorite part about the ballad is how much Snow hates
He
mockingjays.
hates them. He
No, like
hates
he
them.
hates them with
He's
a
literally
like
like,
he
and he's like, everyone I kill, and he's like
no,
feeling
oh my
joy.
God. I
He
was
hates
reading
them.
I was reading the book and I was just like laughing at how much he hates mockingjays.
Like, and
Like
for no real reason.
despises he just thinks they're like an
Creepy. He
abomination.
doesn't like how they
Well, because
repeat
they're
the
like
scary things from the
yeah,
hangings
and
too.
they're like man-made and he just like finds them to be an abomination and he just like wants to like kill all of them and he hates them. like really hates them. And so the fact that, you
It brings
know,
so much more context when in the movie when he's like,
60
"Love,
years
what a lovely
later,
pin," and Katniss is like, "Thank you, it's from my district." He's like, "Her."
no, literally, he's like, he comments on her pin and then you learn that and you're
I
like,
know. It's even more crazy. I did unfortunately fact check myself, and this it is not book canon that Snow ever sees the hanging tree propo. It's not ever played in the Capitol in the book, so it's not book canon. But
yeah.
it's so fucking funny to think about how he has a secret relationship with Lucy Gray, a Covey girl. Nobody knows this. Nobody knows this. Anyone that could have known connected them is long dead.
Yeah.
She's dead, gone.
He killed everyone.
Like no one could possibly know about this, and he's like, "You're gonna die. All of your people are gonna die out. I'm never gonna have to hear about a stupid Covey bitch ever again." And then the next, and also Lucy Gray writes this song, like not about Coriolanus, but like sort of. The Hanging Tree is about something they experienced together,
Hmm.
and then she uses it as a code to tell him where to meet her. All of this, he's like, he's an old man. He's like, everything is going to shit. Like, for some reason, I just can't get a grasp on anything. This sucks. And then the next thing you know, Katniss is like, "Are you?
I'm g-
Are you?" He's like, "What the fuck?" Like,
I'm gonna go pick some Katniss.
yeah, it's not ready yet. Like, it's crazy. Imagine,
No,
like,
it's
imagine
like
your number
Katniss is
one op.
literally his past coming to haunt
Yes,
him. It's
yes.
everything
You'll never
bad
get
he
away from
did.
the sound of the one that left you.
Like it's everything bad he did in life coming back to bite him in the ass
100%.
all at once.
100%. He didn't suffer as much as he
Do
should have.
you think that Lucy Gray dies at the end of Ballad?
I don't know. And
Mm.
I don't it bothers me that people want to have a concrete answer so badly. Not that you
Yeah.
can't, like, you can personally be like, cuz I mean, in all likelihood, she probably died. Did she die right then? Cuz realistically, where
Realistically, she probably died, but I love an ending that's
yeah,
vague.
but we don't
I love
know.
a
I
vague
mean,
ending.
for all we know, she could have made it to District 13 and lived out her life there and died, and nobody ever, like, who
I
knows?
I hate the fan theory that
That
Lucy
she's
Gray is
coin.
coy. No,
No, that's so dumb.
no,
Like,
that's
that's
so
the type of
stupid.
overly connecting stuff that
Ugh, I
is not
hate
good.
that theory.
It's
I'm like,
Lucy
you
Gray and
just it
Katniss
sounds
being loosely
stupid.
linked. Good. That
Yeah,
bad.
that's
Yeah.
great. But
No, it
she's
doesn't
not
make a.
coin.
It doesn't even
It
make sense
makes
time
no
wise.
sense. Timeline wise, it doesn't make sense. The way
Or
that the
that she
characters
is.
work doesn't make like she
They're not
like
the
to be
same.
safe in District 13, she would have told someone that she knows Snow. Like
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well, and I also think that Lucy Gray never would have been acted like coin.
Yeah,
Like
she would
they
not
didn't.
have. She
Yes.
wouldn't have been into politics like that.
No, and she definitely wouldn't do another Hunger Games. Be
Yeah,
serious.
like
Like
be for real.
literally, literally. How do you feel? I mean, how do you feel about the Haymitch and Effie kiss that they put in the movie?
I like it.
It's frustrating to me because now
I
he made it for life.
so I
He
don't
said, because
I
doesn't he
never
say, "I
viewed
always
it.
wanted to do that again"?
Yeah, I don't really view it as a romantic kiss.
Then I allow it. A lot of people ship
More
it, and I don't ship it.
I don't like ship them romantically, but I do view the kiss as like more of like a platonic love, which people in other cultures literally do that.
Yeah,
And they do it on the lips,
yeah.
and it's like a platonic love type of thing. So
I
that's kind of always like the first time I saw it, that's how I viewed it. I didn't view it as anything romantic, more just like, I mean, like they've gone through
they've been
so
through a
much
lot,
together.
especially
They've
now
been
we know.
through a lot, and so like I thought it was cute. I liked it, but also I viewed it as a platonic love
I
and
think
not a
that if you
romantic
look at it
love. So
that
I
way,
guess,
it's fine. I did not
but
like people shipping them.
Americans think that, oh, if you're kissing someone on the lips, that means you want to fuck them. So and I'm like, no.
Also, on the Effie note a little bit, I thought that her being included makes sense and was perfectly fine. I did not think that it was fan service. It didn't
Yes,
feel
I didn't think
shoehorned
that.
into me. I thought that it made perfect sense. My heart, I
I think
couldn't
it makes
believe
perfect
when I
sense.
saw we're having a big big day. I was like, "Oh!" I couldn't believe my eyes when I was reading the book.
One thing I will say is that it's kind of insinuated in the book, because I recently read the first Hunger Games book.
Mhm.
At least the vibe that I got, it was kind of insinuated that Effie and Haymitch didn't really know each other too well.
Yeah, but
I don't remember what it was. They were on the train going to the capital after the reaping, and there was this like it was worded some way, and I was like, oh, this is kind of insinuating that they don't really like Effie doesn't really know Haymitch. I was like, oh, interesting.
I
So I
mean,
do think there's a little bit of plot holiness there.
well, I think that you have to fully accept that when she wrote the original trilogy, while she might have
She did
had
not
little
have,
inklings of ideas, she
yeah,
didn't know she was going to write more books. In fact, I think she probably
yeah, I,
did not plan on writing more books because they're perfect. They didn't need the
yeah,
prequels,
they're great.
you know.
They didn't need it.
But
I'm
then
happy that we got them.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But they didn't. It wasn't necessary, and I think that sometimes things aren't going to line up perfectly because it's just she did it. She
Yeah.
wrote them
And see,
a very long time
I'm not
apart.
a person who's going to be upset about plot holes
Yeah,
because I'm a person that just accepts that plot holes happen, but I
yeah.
did when I
Notice
read the
it.
first book again, I did notice that and I did find that a little bit
Yeah. Well, to
interesting. I was like,
play
"Oh, whatever."
devil's advocate a little bit, we do know that he completely turned on anyone that showed him any type of love because he thought that they would be hurt if
Yeah.
they had anything to do with him basically. Like
Yep. He thought
literally
everyone he
had to
loved was
he
going
had
to
to
die.
throw a rock at Astrid and make her bleed and hurt her so that they would finally just leave him alone and stop trying to help him. So,
Oh,
could have
jeez.
done something similar. For all we know, maybe after his Hunger Games, he almost never was always just
Yeah, maybe
completely
they kind of just
stinking
like
drunk.
fell
She's
out of
like disappointed
touch.
probably, like she feels bad. Yeah. Maybe she
And
wasn't the
maybe
escort the entire time maybe
every
also. Is
year,
that
yeah.
confirmed? I don't like maybe she
I
was
have
helping, but she wasn't the person from that Hunger Games all the way there. But maybe she was. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I think that it is a plot hole, but I think that it
It's
also
such
could
a
be
minor
worked
one that like
around. Yeah.
I really don't care. It's just that something that I did pick up
Yeah.
on when I
Yeah.
read the first book again. I was after reading Sunrise,
You
I was like, oh,
definitely do. And something else that is a little bit of a plot hole, again, that doesn't bother me, but that I do like think about is that so we have Haymitch's Arena, which is pretty hardcore, pretty crazy, and that happened for the 50th Hunger Games. And then Wyrus's
pretty
games,
beautiful.
yeah, which were the 49th games, were like a crazy mirror insane thing. And so
No
it is a
wonder the
little bit hard. Sorry,
no
go ahead.
wonder she's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I
well,
would be
literally.
crazy too if I lived through that.
Yeah.
My
Um,
God.
I just think that with all of that being in mind, Katniss's arena, little too good to be true for her. How come she got an arena that was basically her yard at District
No,
12?
literally in her
Granted,
backyard.
I searched this on Reddit because I wanted to see what other people thought, and people did say we didn't see all of the arena. We know that there was something scary that was in like the grass area, and there was
Right,
other scary
where
stuff.
because
So,
like Thresh is in that like field.
because she stayed in the same like kind of
She
small
only
area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she because I just finished like a
Hmm.
month ago reading the first book, so this is fresh on my mind.
She has a lot of
She,
places she returns to. It's all the same.
yeah, she goes and stays in a very small section, and it's the woods because
Yeah.
she knows the woods.
Yeah.
But there's the field, there's the lake. Isn't there also kind of like more of like a mountainy area?
I think so.
Yeah, so like she doesn't like touch those areas,
Yeah.
and those are
So it could
like
definitely be
different.
crazier. It is just a
And
little bit funny to think about
it
50
is.
year 20 sorry, not 50, not like 25 years prior to Katniss's or 20 whatever. Doesn't the math doesn't matter. A long time
24.
yeah, a long time before Katniss's first games, they have a fucking mirror
Oh yeah,
maze
that would be
crazy
25 years.
weird
Yeah.
and then Katniss just gets the woods. But it's
Well,
obviously acceptable because that was the first book that she wrote. You know,
yeah,
she wasn't gonna like think about there being. It's just interesting to me because it makes me want to know, not to be the crowd chanting more, but it does make me want to know a lot of the other games because it does seem that
yeah,
a lot of them, from what Katniss's memories were, and even I think maybe some of Hamish's of past games, like they were pretty like normal for the most, like a lot of them were normal, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere there would be the one that was like batshit insane and
yeah.
had like crazy a
And I
bunch of
think she
craziness.
just got, she just happened to get one of the more normal ones. And here's the way I look at it. So, because you're like, you're saying that like everyone's like, oh, of course Katniss gets her basically her backyard for her games. The way I look at it is that, well, she's the main character because she wins. So
Yeah.
obviously she wins because this is normal to her.
Yeah.
Say for someone who's from like a different district with a completely different
Yeah.
agriculture area, like
And they
this
do suffer. They don't know how to do fucking
this
anything.
yeah, this arena sucks for them and they're not the main character because they fucking
Yeah.
die. So
Yeah.
like
It's just funny
it
to imagine
it's
watching
good
a
for her
show
because
where
it's
they
just
have
like
like a
she got
complex,
lucky.
crazy one, and then they're like, and now a walk in the woods. Where it's like the most scary things that happened were fireballs and mutts, which is
But they gotta
scary.
switch.
Don't get
They
me
gotta
wrong,
switch it up. They gotta,
but
you know.
it is funny. It's a little funny. Let's
Well, the next
see.
one's a clock. They ramp it up a
Yeah,
little
that
bit.
one was pretty crazy. Have you delved into any of the theories of like what that was supposed to be before the Victor reaping?
Like what?
Because, like,
Wait,
I
what do you
mean,
mean?
well, because I mean, we can all pretty
Because
much assume
it was
that
supposed to be something else.
the original quarter quell, no way it was conveniently reaping all of the victors. Which also, on that note, I just do have to say, the Hunger Games is so funny for number one. I think Catching Fire is so funny because if imagine that you're the Capitol and you're like Hunger Games All Stars season. This is fucking crazy. But also, why did Snow think, all right, we've got to get rid of all of these victors. These people are on my last fucking nerve. They're pushing my every button. All of these rebels, they keep doing things to try to sabotage the games. You know what I'm gonna do is put them in the games all together in a group.
So I watched this deleted scene from the movie Catching Fire,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think it's in the book, but
With
there was
Plutarch.
yeah, Plutarch,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes to this like where all these drawers with every single
And he like burns, yeah.
year. He burns the original one for the quarter quell and he replaces it with the Victor one. I don't know if that's in the book. I haven't reread Catching Fire yet, and
No.
like I said,
Plut
the last time I ever read those books was the first time I ever read them. So
yeah.
I've only read them all except for the first book
Yeah.
once.
Plutarch is not really in the original trilogy all I mean, obviously he's in Mockingjay and stuff, but like he's not really
Yeah.
that like in it. I mean, because we're seeing it from Katniss's point of view. The movies have the benefit where they can show us, other
Yeah,
perspectives
so I don't
that we
think
don't
that's
see.
in Catching Fire. And it was a
Yeah,
deleted scene, so obviously it didn't make it to the movie.
yeah.
But there's
Well,
the
because it
fact that
low
they even
key,
like have a deleted scene of that
yeah.
insinuates that it was changed.
It definitely makes me think. Well, it was. I feel like it's the canon. Like it had to have definitely been changed. It's just like, was it snow? Was it? Because I will say that I don't know if the quotes in the movie though. Although I just watched Mockingjay, I think it's only the book. I have a hard time because the movies are so similar to the books that a lot of times when I think about scenes, I see it like it happened in the movie, but I just was imagining it. You know what I'm saying?
I yeah, I do that all the
So
time.
it's like I can see Philip Seymour Hoffman saying this, but I am pretty sure it's actually not in the movie. Anyway, he like shows her the Mockingjay pocket watch, and he's like, it starts at midnight. It's like a pocket watch, and it's at the Victory Tour,
That's not in the movie.
and it was a it was supposed to be him communicating with her that the
It's a
arena was going
clock.
to be a clock. It was a hint to her as a mentor. And he says exactly in the book, I never imagined that you would be back in the arena. Because
Yeah.
so anyway, all that to say, it's interesting. Some people I saw a theory on Reddit or TikTok or something where they were talking about maybe it was an age related like
Oh
That was
yeah,
the
I think I
twist.
saw the one
Like
like
it
it
was
was going to
all
be
over 18 people or
over
all really
18.
young or like all
I did
something
s-
else
I did see that one,
to go with the clock
which
arena.
I thought would be fun.
Yeah.
I
And then I've
so
yeah.
I
Crazy.
thought that would be fun.
Well, I mean, like you have in the entertainment aspect from a capital morally wrong point of view. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Catching
Uh,
fire, like, okay, I think I might have put this later lower on the dock and I might have said this before because I think about it all the time. But like you do have to let's just like remove ourselves from our own morals, our own selves and pretend
right.
that we were born and raised in the capital. And we have literally never even conceptualized that the people in the Hunger Games are real people that are getting murdered and that it's wrong. Like it's
Right.
just like so ingrained in us. We've never thought about it. Is that bad and wrong? Yeah, but that we just haven't. We're just silly, silly capital people. Imagine imagine catching fire. That they're like hell. Imagine the two people that were in love last year. Now they're going into the arena again. She's pregnant. All the
No,
victors that I love are also there. It's that is amazing
it's
television.
literally Hunger
Uh,
Games All Stars.
it is like so. Imagine that was happening. The watch parties that people would be having.
Oh,
But
yeah.
of course, killing people is wrong, and the
Killing
Hunger
people
Games
is
is wrong.
so wrong.
But it would have been a great season
It
of
would have been
TV
would have been
contextually. And
great.
I mean, and then the rebel thing, like what? Of course, then there was war,
Mind
so that
blown.
sucked. But you know,
Yeah.
pretty good stuff. I guess on the Plutarch note, one of my theories is that Plutarch is going to get a book. I said that to one of my friends, and they were like, I
That's what a
definitely don't
lot
think
of
so. And I was like, okay.
I've heard a lot of people say that, and it makes sense because aside from ballads, he is mentioned in both Haymitch's
Mm-hmm.
story and Katniss's story, and it's more of a behind the scenes perspective
I mean, I think
of
that
like how the games work
yeah. I
from an out
also
like
from
words.
the inside, really.
Yeah.
I think that it would also be really interesting because I would love to know how he became radicalized. Like how far back in his family did it start? Like,
He's kind of like a Snape character
yeah.
where he manipulates both sides,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah,
find
because
characters like that
in
interesting.
in the there's like the funniest one of the funniest part, well, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny of the books. In the last in Mockingjay, Katniss is like getting ready to go to her exile because she's exiled because she assassinated the wrong president, and she's going back to
She
District 12.
assassinated the right president.
Well, yes, but in the eyes of the law, not really. Well, I guess it wasn't really. It doesn't matter. Anyway, he's like, all right, well, have a great time. Also, I'm about to produce a singing show. You should definitely come on. You would be great. And like, it just really encapsulates like, yeah, he's still a capital entertainment type of like just not acknowledging her trying like he's like you would be great on Pan Am Idol like what but I think it would be really because it's just we know his family a little bit in ballads,
Hmm.
not that we really learn anything about them, but like how at what point did the family become kind of radicalized? They have all the books. Like have they always been sort of like secretly? Like I don't know, it'd just be interesting. But my prediction that I'm actually standing on, which will probably still not be right because Suzanne Collins is way smarter than me. Her brain is huge. But I think that something that would be really sick because of what happened in Haymitch's book, and because we know that the rebellion was like underground for way further back than like we realized from Katniss's perspective, I think that Annie's games could be pretty cool because the dam
No,
breaks and the whole thing
literally,
floods,
I
and so I
find that
think
one
that that's
fascinating.
I think that it's possible, and even if it's not Annie, that I mean, it kind of has to be from her perspective because she's the one that's
It,
alive. But you
yeah,
know, like I just mean maybe Annie's not the rebel in the situation. Maybe it's a different character that blows up the dam on purpose or whatever, and then she
Hmm.
happens to win because she can swim or whatever. I just think that's interesting, and I think that that one would be nice because people want Phoenix games so bad,
I
and
was just gonna say, I would much rather watch Annie's games than Phoenix games,
I think
honestly.
we'll never get Phoenix, in my opinion.
Like,
I think that she doesn't
I
want to
love
dig too
Finnick,
much
but
into that. I think that she wants to do something that's a little bit more, I don't know, surprising. Like we already kind of, I don't know, because she did Haymitch and we did already know Haymitch, so who knows? But I think that it would be more interesting because
I agree.
we would still get some of not if not Finnick's games, we would still get some background and contextual because he would have been Annie's mentor, right?
Yeah.
So
So like Finnick would still be there.
yeah, we would
We
still
can
get
learn
new
more about
things
his games
through her, or
from
yeah,
there. Because like
yeah,
obviously if he's her mentor, he's going to talk about his experience in the
exactly.
games.
Or she
But
remembers something that happened in his games or whatever.
yeah. But
But
yeah, I find her games much more fascinating than, of course, I don't know. I don't, do we know how he wins?
we know that he caught the last few people in a net and stabbed them with a trident.
Right, with the, yeah, I knew it was something with a trident.
And we know that he was like 14. Like he was the youngest
Yeah,
person
he
to
was the
ever win or
youngest one.
something. So,
But I don't know. I just like what I do. Do I want to watch trapping in a net with a trident or a whole dam exploding,
yeah.
flooding,
Well,
and
because it makes you it like
gonna do the
it
dam?
it's like did every games have rebels trying to sabotage it that we had no idea
Right?
about? Like and just the fact that her whole arena flooded and it was clearly not meant to happen that way because a whole bunch of people dying from drowning is not good TV. And she
It's
literally
not
just
good
won because
TV.
she was the only person that stayed afloat long enough to survive,
Yeah,
basically. That's not good
and
TV.
that's
So
tough.
it
But
stinks like
that's tough
Rebel.
swimming.
Yeah, yeah, I could. I never even actually. I can swim, like I can like
Do you not
keep
know how
myself
to
alive, but
swim?
I know how to swim, but like I didn't take swim lessons. Like
Well,
if a dam exploded, I would not make it. I would definitely pass away.
that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I
I do
wouldn't
know
win
how to
Annie's
swim.
games.
You have to know how to swim to be a international flight attendant.
Makes sense. Do you have to take a test?
Yeah, you do. There was
That's
this one
crazy.
girl,
Well,
she
I've taken
lied
a
about
test
knowing
before
how
and
to
I passed.
swim, and she was like trying to like fake by like holding onto the rail, and the instructor, who's this Danish lady, comes over. She's peeling her fingers off. She's like, "No, you have to swim." And now this poor girl's like drowning. She got kicked out right then and there. Never saw
Well,
her again.
that'll
Bye.
happen. That'll happen. Well, I will say that when I used to go to 4-H camp when I was in like elementary school, you had to take a swimming test to be able to go into the like deep end and like the diving board and
Yeah.
stuff, and you would get like a wristband that you would wear, and I did pass that. So like
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
telling you, like I know how to swim. Like my
That's
parents
good.
taught me like basic stuff for swimming, but
Okay.
like am I a strong swimmer? No. Did I learn lessons on like how to do it well? No. Like, you
And I
know.
know this is I know this topic is so off topic, but I think swimming is a life skill that everyone should know because I
I
hate that
agree.
people are like,
No,
"Oh,
I
well,
fully
like,
agree. Yeah.
like I don't live by the ocean and I don't have a pool. I'm not." I'm like, everyone should know how to swim because
It's
you
a
never
basic,
know.
yeah.
Like if you go
If
on
not
an
swim
international
to tread water and
float,
keep yourself. Yeah.
if you ever go on an international flight or if you ever go on a boat, if you're ever
Yeah.
around water, you need to know how to swim because you never know when you're going to have the
When you're gonna
need
have
to
to.
know how
Yeah.
to swim
I mean, it
to
also
save your life.
it limits your life. The same, you know, like some people that never learn to drive, it's like your life is always limited. Obviously, not learning to drive is way
I
worse,
know
but
so many people who are like from New York because I was JFK based, so like a
mhm.
lot of my coworkers are live in New York boroughs, like born and raised in New York. None of them have like so many of them don't have driver's license. And I'm like,
That's
so
just
that means
fascinating to
if
me.
you go like on vacation, you can't even rent a car.
Like that's just nuts. I just don't
Like,
understand. Like, get your license.
And you can easily get your license in New York City, but they're all like, what do I need it for? I'm like, to
Well,
be normal in
for
this day and
identification,
age.
like, I don't know. Like, I
I
don't
mean, there's
only have
other
a driver's
forms of
license
I
so I can. I know, but I just mean,
right,
like, it's not like if you have to have
but I find it
a
bizarre.
car to get, like, you know what I mean? You can just get a license.
Yeah,
It's extremely bizarre. I don't
I
understand,
find it really weird.
but it's, I mean, similar thing. If you never learn to swim, then there's some things that you can like never do.
Yeah,
Like, that's stupid. Just learn how to swim.
it's really easy.
It's also extremely dangerous. I mean, children die from drowning all like a lot
That
because,
too.
you know,
If you have a baby, you need to teach them how to swim.
yeah.
Simple.
Especially if you
Like that's
have
like
pool or
a
water or anything around you.
very important life skill, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree. I agree fully. It's also not unrelated because they have to swim in catching fire. And some of the people, some of the tributes, remember, don't know how to swim.
Yeah, some of
And
them
they
don't
have
know.
the
See,
little they have the little floaty boat built,
it all
but
ties in.
yeah, yeah. So if they would have learned how to swim, of course, I'm not going to blame the parents that are living in the districts. They
I
can have a
remember
pass.
someone on TikTok complaining about like how did Katniss know how to swim? I'm like,
It's explained
her
in the canon that her dad teaches her at the lake next to the little house.
I know.
The
I'm
lake
like,
where
her dad
Corio dumps the
prepped her.
guns. Yeah.
Her dad, like, did we not see the lake in
Yeah.
Ballad? They all
Yeah.
went swimming.
Yeah.
I don't find, but I saw like one person like ranting about like how does she know how to swim? I'm
You didn't
like,
read the book because she says it straight, clearly. I think even Finnick is like, "Where did you learn to swim like that?" And she says, "I have a very big bathtub," sarcastically, because she
yeah,
doesn't like Finnick yet.
yeah.
Ridiculous. What was I was gonna do a sick segue, but oh, because you said Burdock, her dad prepped her so much. Yeah, he literally did give her all the tools to win the Hunger Games, including PETA, because if he wouldn't have saved that man's dad's life, he wouldn't have been born.
I love when like someone's childhood preps them for something that
It's
they
like
don't
fate.
know
It's
is
like
going,
slowly, yeah.
just like the story that I will be telling at some point.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Absolutely crazy. It just like
It's,
made me think of that.
yeah. It's, I don't know. Her dad really was like,
He
you
thought of
know,
everything. He just knew.
well,
He
because
had
I'm
like a
just
sixth
like,
sense or
he
something.
saved PETA's dad so that PETA could feed Katniss and she wouldn't die. And so PETA would be there in the games. Although he wasn't a lot
So
of help to
good.
her in the games, to be honest. The first
PETA?
games, yeah, the first games, he was a lot of trouble. Of course, I obviously think she should have saved him and everything, but like, he wasn't really
Yeah.
protecting her. It was the other way
No, he
around.
wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, it's not his fault. I mean, also, it wouldn't have taken any more time, I don't think. I think PETA should have lost his leg in the
I
movies.
was just going to say that
That's
like
an important
it's
part in my opinion.
it's really not that difficult to have him lose his leg. I
Yeah.
like that's very easy
All they have to
CGI.
do is make one little comment about like he's still learning how to walk on his new leg. That's
Yeah,
all.
like it's so easy.
That's all. They literally bring it up like when in the movie when they kiss in the snow and they fall over. It could have been as easy as they're getting up after they do that and PETA's like, "Sorry, I'm still not used to walking on the ice with this."
Yeah, like
There you go.
so simple.
There you go. Or before that, obviously would have
I
it would have been
digress.
easy. It's important because we see
It is important.
Chaff maybe that has an amputated hand. I don't know. Like it's important to say that
Right.
like the games like he was seriously hurt.
Hmm.
Like in the movies they just like and Katniss went deaf. She was completely deaf in one ear. They were able to fix that thankfully, but she was deaf.
Yeah, I was just gonna say she did get that fixed,
Yeah.
thankfully.
But still I'm
But
just saying that
they
like
don't
they kind of get out of the arena and it's like we're good. And
like
it's like, no, you're not. In the books, like it's like I think like a couple weeks. Like it's a bit of time before they can get them on stage to do the whole victory thing.
oh, one thing I love in the movies that's not in the books, obviously, because it's Katniss's point of view and she wasn't there for that, is at the
Hmm.
end of the first movie when oh my God,
So
what's his
good.
name? What's his name? The game maker.
I know, I know. I'm
Uh,
trying to think of
uh,
it too.
starts with a C. All I can think of is Cinna, but that's obviously not the right one.
I'm thinking of Seneca Crane. Seneca
Seneca Crane.
Crane. Seneca Crane.
When
I was
he,
thinking of the
when
hanging
he,
dummy when she
when,
writes
when
it.
he, when he walks into the room, the doors close
And
behind
he's
him.
like
He's locked. He tries to open them again. He's locked, and he just
big old
walks
bowl
up
of
to the
berries.
bowl.
It's pretty
And it's
fucking good.
obviously like you're
That's
locked in
great.
here, so if you're hungry, eat these.
Yeah.
Die of
I
starvation or die of poisoning. I
yeah.
love it.
I would
So
poison
good.
myself. I'd be like, "Oh,
I would,
okay.
yeah,
Well,
I would just
peace out."
grab a
I mean,
big
to
ol'
be
handful.
honest, he knows what kind of shit happens to people in the Capitol. So that's like
Yeah. He probably just ate the
he
berries.
got off easy.
He
He wasn't
did get
even
off
tortured.
easy.
He was
But
fine.
I just like, I don't know, I love that scene in that movie. I'm like, it's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. I also, something that they added in the movies that I did think also still added stuff. I really thought it was cool how Snow's granddaughter was like into, not into Katniss like
Oh
romantically, but
yeah,
like,
but she has like
she's
the
like she has the
braid.
braid and she has he's like any like in the Mockingjay Part 1 and he's like now any association with the Mockingjay symbol is
And
treason
she
and she's like
starts undoing her
yeah.
braid. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, I thought that was so good because it is true. Like,
So good.
he's created this culture where they're celebrities, and now this girl that won that's a rebel, like, now his granddaughter wants to be like her. It's just a little bit fascinating.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't really matter, but that I noticed listening to the book today is that in ballads, Sejanus is like, my dad had to buy a new gym for the academy to get me
Mhm.
out of trouble. And then in Sunrise on the Reaping, the tributes go to the gym in the academy, and the peacekeeper says, this has been empty for almost 40 years. And so if it's the 50th games and the gym started to be built shortly after the 10th games, is it possible that Snow was so petty that he found a way to have this gym never be used because it was the plinth gym and he
Yeah.
thought that he was so much better than them? Isn't that
Mhm.
interesting? Like I said, it doesn't really matter, but it's just something I thought about.
Well, doesn't he go back to the capital and he kind of like
He becomes like their
becomes their
surrogate
son?
son and takes all their
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
Takes
And
all
he's
their
so
money.
that's why we need the internal dialogue too because he was not
I
grateful. He was
know.
like it should have been mine.
No,
And it's
literally, I love his inner monologue so much.
yeah.
I love a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Like my favorite books are like weird books that a lot of people don't like, but where
Yeah.
the main character is literally insane.
You'll probably like Jennifer Lawrence's new movie.
The book I just finished reading is called Sky Daddy.
Oh.
I lose my job as a flight attendant and now I'm reading all this plane stuff, but it's about this character who is sexually attracted to planes.
Oh,
The ending
fun.
was so good. It was if you love a weird book, I would highly recommend it.
I
It's
could
like
try it out.
275 pages.
Not too
It's not
bad.
too
Not too
bad.
chunky of a read.
It's not too, no, it's not
I'll consider
chunky.
it. We already
Great
talked about.
recommendation for
Yeah.
anyone listening.
Add it to your cart right now.
I also
Um,
like the cover art
I
of
have
the
to look
book.
at it.
Are you Googling it now? I love it.
Yeah.
It pleases the eye.
Oh, it is
Sky
cute.
Daddy.
It is cute. Slay. Also, on the subject of things that don't matter, but I noticed because I was listening to the book today, I don't remember which district is agriculture, but why the fuck did they bring horseshoes as their district token? Haymitch mentions it offhand. He's like, and district da 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 agriculture has horseshoes. I'm like, a horseshoe? My
Horseshoe.
district. Here it
Wait,
is, my token.
now I need to look up all the tokens. What are all the
Oh,
tokens?
I could probably find the chapter
I
it's
wanna
in
I
because I
wanna
was just
judge
listening
all
to
of
it.
them.
The bike bell for I also think it's interesting. I don't care, it's cute, it's kitsch, whatever. It is just kind of funny that their district token is always something that's like obnoxiously related to their district for the most part, like a
I
bicycle bell.
know.
But a horseshoe is next level.
I
Yeah, maybe they're small, but Haymitch tells us details and he just says horseshoes. He doesn't say little small horseshoes, I don't think. Hold on, I can probably control F it in Kindle right now. It's Maisley who surprises me. Back home, she isn't popular, she's known. She's not respected, she's feared. Not deferred to, but avoided. Here, following Emperor's lead, kids bring her their district trinkets and ask her to make them special, and she agrees. The girl must know 50 ways to braid, twist, and loop a cord into a piece of finery. She sets off their humble offerings from home with her fancy patterns. District pride runs deep. From 6, which covers transportation, Welly has an old bicycle bell, Miles a tin train whistle. Livestock-loving District 10 brought horseshoes. The lumberjacks of 7 carved wooden trinkets. Like, that's carved wooden
That
trinkets, totally
makes
acceptable.
sense.
Yeah.
That
The
makes
girls from
sense.
District 8 have little dolls in beautifully sewn outfits. Slay. Also, that's
Yeah,
devastating.
because that's District 8 is textiles.
A kid from 3 has a doorknob, but I'm not sure how that reflects technology. Whatever they present her with, Maisley gives da da blah blah blah. That's it.
A
So,
doorknob.
the bike
Uh,
bell, sure, fine. Train whistle, I guess. Dolls, totally fine. Wooded trinkets, totally fine. Horseshoe is insane work.
okay, horseshoe and doorknob.
Doorknob is
Like,
even
okay,
Haymitch is like, I don't know what that is for.
you find the horseshoe interesting. I'm like, what?
The
Who
doorknob.
is like emotionally attached to a doorknob? I
I, I don't know. I don't know. Have you ever thought about when Snow became president? Because I was thinking about it a lot when I was
oh
writing this
like
list.
when he became president.
Yeah, because I said this
Um,
book, we know that he's well established with Haymitch, so he's definitely been the president for quite a while by the time Haymitch comes. And Finnick says he was a young man when he started. But what do we consider young,
so
Under 35?
let's think about this. He is, how old is he in Ballad? He's like 18.
I'm going back to Kindle to fact check. I believe that Haymitch tells us his exact age
Oh,
in Sunrise on the Reaping. It's in the scene when he's getting poisoned. Let's keyword search milk.
I'm obsessed with the milk.
Milk and bread on a queasy stomach is absolutely insane to me. The milk would be the last thing that I'm wanting, but that's just me.
I'm a big milk drinker, so
But when you're
I would,
nauseous,
yeah.
dairy during nausea is just I just can't. I just don't understand.
Fun fact about me and milk. When before I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, one of like the big symptoms is like extreme thirst.
Mhm.
And obviously I didn't know I had diabetes. So I was like quenching my thirst with milk because I'm not a big water drinker. So I was drinking like 10 glasses of milk a day. And you
I
know what
mean,
milk is filled with? Carbs.
yeah, so it
So
wasn't
I was quenching my thirst and just making my
with
blood sugar,
poison.
literally, just making my blood sugar even worse. I didn't know though.
I saw a Got Milk ad that said milk is more hydrating than water. That sounded like fake news to me, though. I have to be honest.
No, I read that and I was like, finally.
You're like, I'm finally being vindicated
Right. So if he's 18 in ballads, he's probably closer maybe to 19 by the time
by
he
the
gets back
end.
to the capital. So he has to obviously kind of establish,
Yeah,
what's the word I'm looking for? A reputation
yeah.
there. So maybe around his 30s,
That's
maybe,
what I was thinking too. Early
is
30s,
when he
because
would have.
he's
Because
like,
also what I'm thinking is that, so Pan Am is what America becomes, right?
yeah,
Like it is
yeah,
America. Our current laws now are you have to be at least 35 to be president.
yeah.
So I would assume it would
Definitely younger
keep
than 35, I think,
similar.
also.
I think he was younger than
I
35,
think
maybe like
32 for some
32.
reason. Well, because Finnick says, and like at such a young age, and I just feel like 35 or older, I don't know that you would say like
But
such
32,
a
you
long
would still
age.
say
Yeah, I
for
agree.
having that type of position, that is a
Hmm.
really young age to
Yeah,
be president. So,
I
yeah, I'd
agree.
say 32 is
I
probably when
agree.
he became president.
I went on a bit of a dalliance, okay? So we know that he was well established and had been president for a long time by the time Haymitch's games. And then we know from also this book that in the first Quarter Quell, a lot of traditions started that stuck around for the rest of the time. Like it says that the 25th games was the first one that they did the tribute parade and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
what if the first Quarter Quell was Snow's um first games as president, and that would have made him 33.
Oh.
Just thinking out loud. The Quarter
So
Quell being
he
his first,
becomes president maybe at 32 and he
and it's his
becomes
first games perhaps.
33.
Yeah. So
So we're spot on.
I'm thinking that it would make sense because he's the one that made the games successful and work. I mean, they were not working before, and
Yeah,
I mean,
they were
even though it's
not.
bad and awful, like he made it work. The people love the games. Everyone watches the games, not in the capital, not because it's mandatory, because they're eating it up.
Like they literally want to.
Yeah, they're looking forward to it all year. They cry when it's over. They're like, "There's never gonna be a games like that again." I think one of her stylists or somebody does that. Like
I
they
know,
love it.
ridiculous.
He.
They
I mean,
eat it up.
he slayed it. I mean, well, he did slay them all.
Like he's a bad person, but he
He
was
did
good
his
at what
job
he did.
well. Yeah, which is
Hmm.
why I think that it makes sense that if he became president and the first Hunger Games was the Quarter Quell, he would bring all of these new things that then stuck around. Like
Yeah.
I can't remember the other ones, but I remember they said the tribute parade started
What was
in the
the first
25th.
quarter quell? Do we know?
It was when they voted on
Sorry.
people.
Right. It was when they imagine
Crazy.
like
Crazy. Somebody on
everyone
TikTok,
who voted for you wants you to die.
it's so
And
nuts because like,
imagine being the one who wins and going back to your district and
and
being
being
like
like, uh, literally.
like
I think that there's also the chance of her writing a book about that quell. I think the chance is not zero because I think that having three quarter
yeah,
quell
because
books
then
would be
yeah, I
interesting.
was just gonna say having all three quarter quells because those are like really big games.
Yeah, and she
Because they have
writes
like
in
big
trilogies.
twists. She does. She does write in
So, not
trilogies.
that this is really a trilogy, but a trilogy of prequels.
Yeah, I
So, who
definitely think if
knows?
she does a third book, it's going to be obviously before. Well, yeah, because there's no more Hunger Games.
Somebody said that they wanted a book of like the future, and I'm like, that's not
No,
interesting.
that's stupid.
That's not that's
Oh,
for us to imagine.
my baby threw up on me today. Peeta's hobbling in the yard.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the future.
like great. Love it.
Hey Mitch came over for Christmas for the
He was too drunk to
he
watch the
cut the
geese, but it's fine.
he cut the roast beast. It was great.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming it's just
We
kind of
worked on
more
our
just like
memory book.
normal life.
Yeah. We
I went to
finally got all the
therapy
dead
today.
bodies out of the square. Took us a while. Yeah, not interesting. And also
Like
it's
I'm
not
not
interesting to
interested in
see
that at
peaceful
all.
times. So,
Yeah, I
like
don't want that.
I mean, it's just that's not what you write books about. So,
Okay, big question. How the fuck are they gonna make this movie PG-13?
and why do they need to? Like, can you guys just
Thank
make them rated
you.
R? Like, it's
Can
fine.
we
Most of the people that
please?
are fans now are adults. I know that it started as YA and that kids still do read it, but
And
I
like
think that the
technically it
main
is a YA
group,
book, but I hate PG-13 with a passion.
well, for this, how are we going to
Like for this
show,
kind of
not that I
stuff.
want to see a beheaded little girl, but it's kind of important
It's very
for the
important.
movie.
I'm like, I want Kill Bill. I want Game of Thrones.
That's what it's like.
Because that's literally what it's like.
Yeah.
It's people being beheaded. It's a little boy being eaten alive to the bone by squirrels.
Insane.
Like, how are you gonna show that if it's PG-13? And those are like two like really impactful deaths in
Yeah.
the book, and you can't just leave that out.
Something else I'm wondering, I know that this isn't as related because it's not about it like a rated R thing, but I hope that they find, well, I mean, I know that they will find a way, but I do think it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get anything in the movies about Haymitch's games because I don't want it to be, it doesn't portray as much how propagandized it was because like we knew about
Yeah.
his games from Catching Fire and then we're reading the
Mm.
new book and it's like, what the hell? None of this was mentioned. Like, he
Right.
and Maisley were still allies, or like, all of that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm assuming that they'll like show maybe the recap that he's watching it, it'll show how it's different. Or maybe have POVs of people watching it in the districts and maybe, I don't know. But I do think that's a bit of a shame. I
I
understand why they didn't, but still.
Do
But
we
yeah.
think that they're gonna make a little cameo at the end of the movie?
I hope that they do, but I
I
don't want to know before it
I
happens.
don't
I
want to
don't
know.
want to know. I don't want to
I
know.
don't want to know. I want to
I don't
sit.
want
I want to
Josh seen
sit
on
in my
set. I don't want
little.
to know. Yeah, I want it to be a surprise. Well, I
But
mean,
here's the
sort of a
thing.
surprise, but
Here's what I was thinking about because I'm going to be living in Norway when the movie comes out, and Norway doesn't always.
you're gonna have to fly to the States to see it.
They don't always get the movies right,
As
like at the
soon,
same
yeah.
time. Sometimes they do though. Sometimes with bigger movies they do get it.
Hopefully for
So
something so big.
I'm like, please, please, like, let it come out at the same time because, like, I do not want to be spoiled. I want to sit my butt opening day in that theater, and I want to see Jennifer Lawrence pop up on my screen, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
be like,
And I want Woody Harrelson to put on his cunty little wig,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
because I
When I found out years ago that that was not his real hair, and he's like
see,
bald.
one time I said that I think that Woody Harrelson is hot, and Blake was like, she sent like a really ugly picture of him, and I'm like, you need to watch Hunger Games because,
You can find an ugly picture of anyone.
well, like, yeah, in real life he looks kind of crazy, but as Haymitch,
Oh, he looks
I'm
great.
sorry, he looks good, and it's
He
the
looks
new
good.
movie is only gonna help me out with that. Like, come on, which I know that's not Woody Harrelson, but still,
I
it
think the
supports
casting
my
was really good though.
yeah, yeah. So, okay, so I had some notes on some things with casting because I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen people getting upset slash confused because no, I can't remember her name. The 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 actress for
Lenore Dove?
no, well, yeah, but racism, you love it,
Yeah.
right? They're like, no, she has to be white because that's how she was in my head. What? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
No, the moment they sent the casting out, I immediately just changed how she was in my head.
Yeah.
Because when I read the book, if there's no like descriptors of
I
skin color
usually
and hair color and
imagine they
stuff,
look sort of like me.
they look like me.
Yeah.
Everyone does that.
Yeah.
But the moment that it turns into a person of color, they're a person of color in
Yeah.
my brain.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that the casting for her was great too because I think that
Yeah, it was
she
great.
has like a covey look. Like I think she looks kind of
Yes.
like Lucy Gray. But I was so with McKenna Grace, who is Maisie.
Nasally.
People have noticed that they announced her as the casting for Maisie, but not as the casting for Mary Lee. So they're wondering if they're going
Right.
to eliminate the twin, and I don't want them to do that.
No. Are they
But I also think like it's
identical?
yeah. I
Yeah, they're
also think
identical.
that
So they could
though
just.
that doesn't necessarily mean anything because I think that like you would just assume she's
Oh,
playing both.
I don't want them to take away the twin, but if they do, I'm not really gonna be
I
upset about
mean,
it.
I won't like I'm not gonna like crash out and boycott the movie, but I'm gonna be bummed.
Like I'll be like, okay, that's stupid, but it's not
Yeah,
really that big of a
yeah. I guess the
issue to
logic would
me.
be because then when she dies, and because Madge isn't in movie canon, so she dies in the games, and then her family gets like I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be a bit of a bummer to me because
I do hope that they keep the twin though, because when
yeah.
Hamish goes back and he sees her twin,
Yes, I've that if
like
that's a big scene, and
that's
also
a big scene.
when Maisley's in the arena and she says, "After I die, do you think that Mary Lee will still be a twin? Will she still will she still feel like she has a sister?" And then Haymitch is like, "Well, I definitely want Sid to still feel like a brother when I die. Like
Yeah.
So both of those, yeah, big reasons. Also, and they'll probably
Yeah.
will omit this from the movie because it doesn't really matter to the plot. But it would also upset me because of like the parallels with Haymitch's twin younger sisters that didn't make it, and how as he saw them
Right. I
grow up,
forgot about that.
yeah, as he saw
Yeah, they're
Marilee and
definitely
Maisie
not
grow up.
putting that in the movie.
They definitely won't, but like it's just another reason that if they fully omitted the twin, it would make me a little upset. And also
Yeah.
the visual that she writes when they're trying to go to the Hunger Game, when they're trying to take them away after the reaping, and like the mayor is like throwing money, like please, 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 or not that he's not the mayor yet, but her dad is like throwing money, like trying, and then the two sisters break away so they can hug each other, and they're like their noses are touching, and Hamish is like it's like a mirror image, and it's just such beautiful imagery.
Have you read or seen that theory that they switched places
No,
when they were hugging?
interesting, but I mean, we know that
Because
Maiselie's the bitchy one, and then
I,
she's a bitch, so
yeah. Yeah, I don't think that happened, but it would be
it's fun to
interesting if
think
that.
about. Yeah,
It's like fun to think of like fun theories, even if you don't
yeah,
think that that's like,
no,
because like I'm pretty sure she is who she is because like she is
yeah,
the bitchy one, but like it's just like interesting, like oh like
yeah.
maybe they switched places because
A Pretty Little Liars moment.
one thought that like they'd be better, have like a
Yeah,
better chance or something. I
yeah.
don't know.
I think it would work better the opposite way though.
Yeah,
If Marilee was reaped and then
Maisie
Maisie
took her
went in her
place.
place, that would be pretty
Yeah,
interesting. But I
but
see why they didn't
alas,
do that because they couldn't.
that's not what happened.
Yeah. So here's my list of things that did feel a little bit shoehorned to me. I did not care about Effie. I didn't care about that. I thought that Mags and Wirus mentors was a little bit on the nose. I do agree. Was
Yeah,
I
that
glad to
was a
see both
little.
of them? Yes. I think that it should have just been Mags and then a new character,
Yeah,
personally.
I
Not that I didn't
agree.
like seeing that, but I did think like really two like it's getting we've got BD, Wirus, and
Well,
Mags all here together.
I guess it kind of makes sense that Wirus is there because she won the previous game.
Yeah, but also since she won the previous game, don't you think that they would want her to be mentoring her own district and then put like one of the older
Oh,
victors
wait, right.
on
Fuck.
him,
No,
you
you're so
know?
right. I'm stupid.
It's
Yeah.
just kind of, I mean, again,
Yeah,
like
that is weird.
it's not immersion breaking for me, you know? It doesn't make me like hate the book. It just that
It
did feel
was.
I was like, okay, we're pushing it a little bit.
That's why people think it was a fan service.
Yeah, it that was like a little bit
And
pushing
like,
it.
I do agree. I was like, when I got to that point, I was like, okay,
What? Exactly.
okay.
I mean, I guess it's not just I would have
Marilee's
preferred if it was
conclusion.
just Mags and someone else, but then it also would have equally been fine if it was Wires and someone else. I just think that both of them was a bit
Both of them together.
convenient because then Katniss
Yeah, I was like,
allies with both of them. Like it's just a bit.
and BD, it's like,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. That also that's my next one, and that's actually my only ones though. But my next one is that I do think that it's a little hard to believe that Beatty had this like huge family because his wife was also currently pregnant when
Hmm.
Ampert got reaped. His wife was currently pregnant, potentially even had other kids. Other than that, we're not sure.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to me that it was never mentioned at all. And obviously, I accept that those things are going to happen because she didn't know she was writing this book. However, semicolon, it's a little bit strange. Like just
Well,
because I
and
would even
Katniss
accept
doesn't
that
care about other people.
she doesn't.
She's
You're
in her
right.
own world.
You're right. You're totally right. But and she does technically because people will say it's sort of a callback because she does mention how Victor's children get reaped all the time, way too often for it to be actually chance. She thinks that they rig it for that.
Yeah.
So she does mention that. I just think, BD being like I was finally able to like I don't know, finally able to do this for my son, something, like in Mockingjay just something, but it's still fine.
I just remembered this one thought. Have you read that theory that absolutely like pisses me off? Because I'm like, people are so stupid that
I'm ready.
Snow put Prim's name, like rigged
Yes,
Prim's
I
name
hate
to
that.
punish
Yes,
Katniss. I'm like, are you stupid? He doesn't
like
even know who Katniss is.
no, no. He wishes
What?
that just like I see, and that was the one thing that when Haymitch was not reaped, I was like, oh brother, now these people
Oh
are
my
gonna
God.
take this
Did
as
they? When he wasn't reaped, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. No, well, okay, yeah. My first reaction was when it's like, and the second boy, Woodbine Chance. I was like, what the hell? But then my second reaction was, great. Now all of those stupid idiots that are like, the reaping was rigged to be Prim so that Katniss would volunteer and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, great. Like, yes, we've established that they were rigged when it made sense. They weren't rigged for every single
Yeah, I'm like,
person.
I know, and like, I just like hate that there because I'm like, this bitch doesn't even know who Katniss is.
No, he would
Like,
not
they're like,
know that, like, because those are the
they've
same
just been like
people.
living their quiet life.
Yeah, they're the same people that say that, because Haymitch mentions that his dad dies in like a mine accident, but
Hmm.
people say that, oh, maybe it wasn't an accident because the Abernathy side got into a lot of rebel stuff. Then people were like, Katniss's dad, his mine explosion, it was because he was a rebel. Like, no, he wasn't.
He
No,
was
it
literally
was
just
not
a man
planned.
going to
Things
work
just happen. First of all, people die in the mines all
all
the
the
time.
time.
It's so dangerous. Like, it's a
There are
common.
no OSHA regulations over there, okay?
No, no. Are you
They've
kidding?
got the black lung
Yeah,
dropping
no
like
canaries.
flies, you
Literally,
know.
literally. It was a group,
Not
like,
not everything needs to be rigged and
and connected in
like
a conspiracy.
plotted and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I when I had read that theory for the first time, I was just like, I'm surrounded by idiots. People are so
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. People that, I mean, it's the same. It's anytime that there's a theory that so and so is Lucy Gray and Coriolanus's kid, I'm like, get out of my face
I
right
have
now.
not seen
Get
any
out of
of
my face.
those.
Some of the ones that I saw that were saying that Lucy Gray, they were saying not that Lucy Gray is Coin, but that Coin is Lucy Gray and Coriolanus's kid. It's just like, okay. Okay. That first of all the timeline doesn't match up at all. But second, so she gets pregnant with his baby, he shoots her. The baby survives, she survives, they make it to District 13, she has a baby, and it's Coin. And that's okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
stupid. I hate that.
That's doesn't make like the beauty of it is that not everything and even the things that are connected in ways that are more interesting and like subtle than that. You know what I mean? Like how
Hmm.
Katniss is kind of linked to the ballads because she is Covey and we hear songs in that book that Katniss knew. But
Hmm.
that was and if it turned out that her we didn't get confirmation that she was Covey, that would be fine too. That would be enough of like an interesting connection. You know, like not everything has to be like
And I'm
that
sure like
intertwined.
other people in District 12 who aren't Covey do know some Covey
Yeah,
songs
the older
anyway.
people would
So
remember them. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like
It's
I know I am aware of songs from other cultures that aren't mine
yeah.
because
It's just it's I don't know. I love
yeah,
a fun theory, but some people just want to do stupid things. Like I think like a theory
people
that I
take it
used to
too
think
far.
yeah, one that I don't think is true but I do think is interesting is that some people say that the arena, the Catching Fire arena for the third quarter quell was built in hopes of having Finnick as the victor because there was so much water and it was so
Oh.
tropical and it would have been like he was primed to be able to win and he was a favorite and Snow
Hmm.
had him under really good control. He thought, I think that's pretty interesting. I don't think that's true, but
That's
that's a
like an
fun little
interesting one.
yeah, that's a fun thought to have. Lucy Gray having a baby with Snow and it being Coin is
That's
dumb
just stupid.
and not interesting to think about.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, sorry if that was loud in your ear. Let's see. And then my last part, I don't really know how much we'll get into it because it's all so abysmal, but Suzanne Collins and her mastery of writing such relevant political
Oh,
allegories to things that we're going through right
one
now.
thing
It's crazy.
one thing that I wanted to talk about was, whenever the Met Gala happens and people are all like, this is so capital, I hate it, blah 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 blah. So my hot take to a lot of politically correct people, I love the Met Gala. People
I
who
don't
hate
think
the Met
like
Gala don't. They don't know what the Met Gala is. It's not
It's
just rich
the Capitol
people
isn't
dressing
just,
up.
yeah, entertainment isn't inherently bad. Like,
And
it's,
also, the Met Gala is a fundraiser.
yeah,
All the money from the Met Gala goes to the Met to fund the arts. If
yeah,
there are no arts, you don't have culture. It is the world without art is abysmal and
yeah,
horrible. I
yeah,
love the Met Gala. It's all these rich people going to a fun party, dressing up, and fundraising for one of the most famous art museums in the world.
yeah.
I'm like, do not compare that to the Capitol. That is
Not,
literally
yeah,
not
just,
what it is. But
they want to take it too far.
every year when the Met Gala comes, the first Monday of May, everyone is like, "Oh, this is the Capitol. These are all like the Capitol people. We're just all in District." I'm like, literally, shut up. That's
First of
not a
all,
comparable.
well, it's because of those people, it's like you can't do something that's fun and frivolous because people are suffering. Well, people are always
I
suffering.
hate
Like,
people are
the
always
Met
suffering.
Gala is not,
Like that sucks, of
it's, you
course.
know, like,
But
capitalistic would be like the Met Gala's happening in Gaza.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that
okay,
would be
yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up.
that's fucking crazy. But the Met Gala
That
happening, which has happened for how many years? Of like
it's
decades and decades to,
it's decades and decades and
like,
like
it's an event. It's a like it's not the same thing.
it's not the same thing. I just hate
Because
when
for it to be
people
capital, it has to also have that twinge of celebrating something that is
and no one is
ethically
ever
and
celebrating.
humanitarianly wrong.
I mean, like the theme they do each year is celebrating something and it's never a
Hmm.
bad thing.
No.
Like
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
people just love to hate stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, do
And they
I
think that
think
they
the wealth gap is obviously atrocious, and a
right.
lot of the people that do go to the Met shouldn't have all that money. But at the same time, if I had a whole bunch of money and I was rich and famous and I was invited to the Met, I would
I'm going to the
totally
Met.
fucking go. I'm going to the fucking Met Gala. I'm gonna like look amazing and I'm
Yeah.
going to have fun with my money.
Yeah. Like there are there are way more capital bad things that people do than
Yeah.
look at outfits at the Met Gala. Like, be
Yeah.
serious. Come
So
on.
it'd be so for real.
That's
Thought on my Met Gala thing
mm-hmm.
is that something that's more capital than the Met Gala is this stupid fucking ballroom that's being built for the White
Literally.
House. See, that's something that's very capital because
Yeah.
what do you mean you're spending all of this taxpayer money to
Make something ugly for one.
tear down history, to build something stupid ugly so you and your rich friends can dress up in nice dresses and suits and go to the ball at the White House when literally so many people are starving and you're trying
Yeah.
to take away their health benefits. Like, that's capital.
I know. And everyone like cuz I saw MAGA people on my Facebook saying like other president like there's like showed pictures of like other presidents different renovations and stuff that they did and it's like we're not saying that you can't make renovations or changes but he's changing like the entire structure and like
Also,
it's not a little
all the other presidents got approval from Congress to do those renovations. Trump just is doing this one. And he didn't get approval. He actually got the opposite. They said, no, you can't do that. And he went ahead and did it anyway. Like,
yeah
there's so many layers to why this is so wrong.
yep
And also, don't get me started, the fucking rose
I was
garden.
about to say that that's literally what I was about to
Like,
say
you literally pave it over with concrete.
like that it doesn't get worse than that it
Like,
doesn't
that
get worse
is
than that.
history, though. Like
Yes.
that is like a
Yes. And
historical
people will say like, "Oh,
landmark.
it was only just done blah like when Jackie Kennedy." It's like, yes, and history does
That
have to start at one
that's
point. It doesn't just
that's far
last
enough back.
forever.
That's far enough back that it's literally like that is history.
Yeah, I
But yeah, I'm like, that's capital. The Met Gala isn't.
Yeah. No, enjoying something frivolous is not capital. Like people want to take like it just it's not the same. Like while
Yeah.
yes, she writes very good biting political commentary, everyone we do not actually live in a government that is anywhere close to being the Hunger Games, actually.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of similarities and scary things? Yes, like I was saying, like SNAP benefits being withheld. They're using hunger as a fucking
Hmm.
as a tool to try to get what they want, to intimidate and to scare and to torture people. The same as like Tesserae is done, but
Hmm.
that's that's still not the same thing. Like
It's not the same thing. Like, we are not the Hunger Games. Like, we have TVs and we can still do whatever we want,
we're not
more or
like
less.
yes,
We're
there's
not like,
propaganda. Yes, there's like and because yes, are there
I can
similarities? Of
freely
course.
travel from state to state. I can
Yes.
take a plane ride outside of the country. They're trapped.
Yeah, they
Like,
didn't even have personal vehicles as far as we know.
yeah, they just like walk everywhere. They can't
And they
leave this,
also
they can't leave their
never
district. They can't leave
exactly.
the country. They're literally trapped.
Exactly. If you weren't a
It's
tribute
an,
in the Hunger Games, then you would never leave your district in your entire life.
yeah, it's an, oh, like, a place that's more comparable to Panem would be Palestine.
Yeah.
Like,
Like North Korea.
an op North
But not
Korea,
not as much
Palestine,
with
like those type of
yeah.
governments. Not,
Like again,
America's
I'm not
not
saying
there.
that America is awesome because it's not. Because it also just like when you want to act like it actually is like the Hunger Games, you're kind of just minimizing what actually is happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're
Because
comparing
like
it to a
people like
movie,
to
but it's serious.
yeah, it's like people are too light with the comparison and they're kind of like, I'm like, yeah, there's similarities, but this is a movie and this is real life.
Exactly. Exactly. And their examples are hyperbolized in a way in Suzanne Collins' work to make the message more clear.
Yeah,
Are
she
there
takes
parallels?
what's
Yes. Is it
currently
exact?
going
No.
on. She takes what's currently going on and she timeses it by 100 to make
Mm-hmm.
it dramatic because she is writing a book for entertainment.
Yes. Yeah. Totally, totally agree. Yeah.
Well, I also think it would be interesting to if she did Tigress,
Yeah. I wonder if she did a Plutarch book if it would have
Tigress in it.
Tigress. Yeah,
Maybe.
or vice versa, or a Tigress book with
I mean, we know
learning
that
more about Plutarch.
Plutarch's always going to be there.
Yeah. I'll be there.
He's always there.
Yeah. Always at the scene of the crime. It would be really
Always at the scene
fascinating
of
to
the crime.
know how Tigress became. I mean, obviously we understand why she turned on Snow because he's completely evil and psychopathic, but because she did love him
Hmm.
and like knew him, it would be very interesting to know that evolution.
Yeah, and no matter how awful a person is, a love like that, like you're always going to love someone.
Yeah, well, and I think that
Like
there
when
could
you
be
have
really
that type of
interesting.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that there
I find their relationship
could be a
interesting.
lot. Yeah, it is. It is. It's I don't know. And I don't know because there's so many things about her that I just are kind of like unresolved, like how even when she like in ballads, she was already eating raw meat. Like she was always cutting off little pieces and eating raw meat.
Right?
Like before she was doing all of her tiger stuff. And it's
I
just like
know. I
what's going
find
on with
her
tigers?
very interesting.
Definitely. It's she's fascinating. Fascinating. I would love
For
because
sure.
I've seen some people theorize that that Snow made her get all of these surgeries as punishment or like I don't think any of that
No,
is
she
true.
totally did that because she wanted
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I mean honestly trauma response also probably
Yeah,
to your cousin becoming
an evil
literally an
dictator.
evil dictator. Yeah. Literally. Your cousin that seemed to sort of be like sweet enough and fine and then all of a sudden evil completely and so he's
Yeah.
so although like he was pretty much mean and evil for every like even in the very beginning of Ballads, he's like, the way he thinks about Tigress is just so disgusting.
I know.
Like he says something like, you just want to victimize her, something like she's like she's so like, I don't know, it was something really gross like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, and all she did was help him and help Lucy Gray. That was something
I
that got missed out on
know.
too. I thought that it sucked that in the movie, in the Ballads movie, that we didn't like, she made so much food for Lucy Gray and like did all of that. Also kind of annoying that in the book, Sejanus, it was always his idea first, and then Coriolanus either hijacked it or copied it. But then in the movie, it's just Coriolanus. So it makes him seem
Hmm.
like he's actually kind of a good person, but really he was always just imitating a good person. He was never, it was never from the heart.
Never.
No. Final thoughts.
Good chat.
Scared. Scared for the movie. Still
Scared.
scared. Not feeling less scared.
I know. I don't know how to feel about the movie. Like I'm excited, but
I'm super excited, but I'm also super scared, super nervous, because
I just
it's,
cannot get those costumes that I saw out of my mind because
I
I hate
know.
them with a
I
passion. Like
know.
I
I
if
know.
that if I like your idea that maybe that's just what they kind of like wore over the
Their
real
costume,
costumes,
maybe. Their
and they just
clothes,
have it
perhaps.
color coordinated so everyone knows which district everyone
Yeah.
is. But
Or like which one is theirs.
if I walk into that movie theater, sit down, and then those ugly white capes with colorful trim show up on my screen.
I mean, I'm trying to have an open mind. I'm trying to think like, you know, I still won't like them, but under specific lighting, perhaps they'll look better in the real thing.
Yeah.
But I'm still hoping that it's something different. Also, because, like, I don't know, this is only 24 years before Katniss's first games, where they had normal, totally normal outfits, and then also the third quarter quell, where they also had just normal jumpsuits. Why would they be in capes all of a sudden for this games? That's
Yeah,
so
I
out of
just
the
the
blue.
capes make like I know they're going for more of a 60s vibe, 60s and
But did they
70s.
walk around in a big old cape in the 60s? I'm not sure that that was a thing.
I mean, they did sometimes, but
And
I took fashion
and
history.
but like,
Uh,
not as a
but
functional item of
not
clothing.
not for a functional
Like,
item of
you know,
clothing.
you're
Yeah.
not wearing it to the factory to go
Yeah.
on a brisk walk. You know, you're wearing it
Yeah.
for
You're
slave
not.
fashionista reasons. Like, they could be wearing them
Yeah.
for stuff in the Capitol before the games, but why would they be wearing? I mean, that's just a liability. You don't want a cape. We all watched The Incredibles. They're
No
gonna grab the
capes.
they're gonna grab the cape and kill you.
I mean, but they want them to die, so there's that. But I don't think it's realistic.
Yeah, but it's less interesting. I don't know.
I think it's funny how my main concern is the
The
capes.
capes. I
I'm
mean, that's the main thing that I've
like
seen because I'm avoiding it so bad.
I think about it all the time. I'm like those damn capes.
It's
That can't be
scary.
true.
It's so scary to be really excited for something and like
Anytime I
because
realize I'm like looking at like a spoiler, which is thankfully very early
yeah,
into the TikTok video, I swipe away right away.
yeah, I do too. And I
I'm
haven't
like,
been
I
getting
can't.
very
I haven't.
many
I just have
recently.
to like not look up stuff related to the
Yeah.
Hunger Games, and then it won't come up on my feed. So I'm just
Yeah.
like,
And I feel
I
like it's
stay away
died
from it.
down since the casting announcements have stopped. People
Yeah,
haven't been posting as much
definitely,
stuff, so
definitely. No capes, and
no
Jennifer Lawrence
capes.
and Woody Harrelson and Josh Hutcherson better show up.
Yep. I'm ready for them. I'm so
Hmm.
ready for them. And also seems that we'll have to do a Harry Potter episode at some point.
Oh my god.
We need
Yes,
to do
we're
like
gonna have to
all
do a
of
Harry Potter
the worst
episode.
Harry Potter theories because there's so many bad Harry Potter theories too. I
I
saw
don't
one the other
I
day
don't
that
actually
Harry is
know a lot
actually
of Harry
Snape's
Potter
son.
theories.
Harry actually Snape's son.
That's really stupid.
It's so dumb.
Um, I don't hear a lot of Harry Potter theories, so that would be actually interesting to know what people
I can
theorize
pull
on
some
them.
up. I can pull some up. when I got into my Harry Potter phase again, I started watching like a lot of YouTube content on it, and a lot of those are like top 10 craziest Harry, just like stuff that I would
Yeah.
when I worked
I
remotely,
don't
I
watch
pretty
a lot
much
of
would play
theories.
YouTube like well, because when I was remote, I would just listen to like whatever just to have noise the whole day when I worked basically. So
Yeah.
I ran out of things. So I had,
Yeah.
whatever. An hour long Harry Potter related video, sure, put it on. I'll have it.
I gravitate towards true crime.
Yeah, I had a big true crime
Like our
era.
next episode. That's not crime, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's in the genre. I get it.
it's in the
It's a
genre.
tragedy, sort of.
It's a
Tragedy
tragedy.
genre. Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm not
I'm
saying
excited.
anything
I'm
though because
excited.
yeah. Well, I have to help my mom order something on Amazon. She
Amazing.
doesn't know
Well,
how to.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming on and
Thanks for
chatting
having
about
me.
much more than than the Hunger Games.
We covered Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Twilight,
Planes,
Planes,
the Met Gala,
Megala.
diabetes, milk.
Everything came
There's a
up.
lot. There's a lot happening.
The only thing I didn't mention was Avatar: The Last Airbender.
And here we are. Ding 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 ding. Perfect. We hit them all. We hit all the marks.
Like,
Awesome. Well, thank you so
alrighty.
much again. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, to the audience, thanks for watching this far if you have, and see you Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bye.